A shipment of marijuana-laced cookies under investigation, more vaccination centers open up, and a local nonprofit receives land. Good evening, everyone. I'm Leah Cooper with your Jcn News for this Thursday, April 8th. Police on Eleuthera are investigating how a shipment of marijuana-laced cookies made its way to the island, shipped from New Providence via a mailboat to Rock Sound. While details are still sketchy, Police Press Liaison Officer ASP Audley Peters said this morning that several students received and ate these laced cookies. As a result, they all became sick. You may remember it was just last month that a 15-year-old student was taken into custody after he allegedly took to school and sold marijuana-infused Rice Krispie treats to students at the S.C. McPherson School. At least 7 students became sick and had to be taken to hospital. The teenager was arraigned and subsequently granted bail in the amount of $500. Meantime, President of the Bahamas Union of Teachers, Belinda Wilson, is calling on the Ministry of Education to address this matter immediately. This afternoon, Mrs. Wilson told our news team she's received information that students allegedly in Rock Sound, Eleuthera have taken edible drugs. She says it was not clear whether it was by mistake or intentional, but it was said to have occurred in the community and not on a school premises.
It seems as though there's a trend starting. And in this early stages, I urge the Ministry of Education to address these matters forthwith. I also impress upon parents to get more involved in the day-to-day activities of your children. Talk to your children about drugs and alcohol and its possible negative impact. I support the police in their endeavors to investigate these matters fully and bring the culprits to account so that they can be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. But we must protect our children at all costs.
She adds that there was also a similar incident at North Long Island High School recently. However, the Ministry of Education isn't forthcoming on these very serious and troubling matters. She's also reminding teachers to continue to be vigilant and report any suspicious behavior, adding that the Bahamas Union of Teachers is prepared to work with the Ministry of Education, the police, and school security and other stakeholders to devise plans on how to combat this issue. More priority groups and vaccination centers opened up in the country, allowing more and more people to receive their first dose of the AstraZeneca vaccine. Our Laurencia Smith was on one of the sites this morning. Here she is with that story.
Despite the ongoing concerns of the side effects of the AstraZeneca vaccine, scores of Bahamians are still lining up to be inoculated with their first dose. And with the recent reports out of Europe indicating that people in their 30s and younger had suffered from rare blood clots after receiving the vaccine, 33-year-old British national and Bahamian resident Adam Waterhouse says that he has taken the report into consideration while adding this.
Yeah, I think it's something that everyone needs to take into consideration, but given my age and given the over 20 million people have been vaccinated so far, you know, the risk is negligible to the impact that we can have with the vaccine.
The vaccine rollout campaign started several weeks ago with healthcare workers, the uniformed branches, persons 60 years and older, government official and civic leaders all being vaccinated. 65-year-old Deborah Wood says she decided to take the vaccine because she wants to live a very long life.
You have to listen to those that you trust. If you listen to everything, you'll be totally confused. And all that I've heard, read, and my friends who are around my age, most of them have had it, and they have no. In fact, my husband as well have had it, and they have no side effects. So, you know, I'm pretty confident I'm making the right decision.
Deidre Maycock, who has already been vaccinated, was out assisting her aunt and 2 ladies from her church women's group. She says she thought it was important to help these ladies get their vaccine. She too is aware of the risk factors, but that still didn't stop her.
I would be happier to know that I'm protected from death, or even I've had friends who have had COVID, and they really suffered, and actually I think one of them passed away. So I would prefer that having the vaccine.
Outside of Loyola Hall this morning, there was a long line. However, it moved smoothly. Many people are confident that the benefits of the vaccine will outweigh the risk. I'm Laurencia Smith for Jcn News.
The National COVID-19 Consultative Committee has added more vaccination centers to its rollout campaign. As of today, April 8th, the Kendall G. Elias National Gymnasium officially opened as an appointment-only vaccination center for teachers and staff of schools, students or athletes studying or competing abroad. That center was open today at between 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Meanwhile, as of tomorrow, both mega resorts, Atlantis Paradise Island and Bahamar and Cable Beach, opens for appointments only. Vaccination centers for hospitality workers, including hotel and resort. According to the Office of the Prime Minister, the bridge fee to Paradise Island will be waived for hospitality workers with COVID-19 vaccination appointments at the Atlantis Resort Vaccination Center. You're watching JCN News. Stay with us.